class, we already finished to obtain 0 for the first column. Now, we are going to the second column. To obtain 0 for the first row and for row number 3. Row number 1 and row number 3. We are going to start with row number 1. Replace row number 1 using formula R1 refer with R number 2. Or you can start the formula R1 minus row number 2. Since we are in the second column, so we use row number 2 as our reference. Okay, now let's determine the numbers. The number in row number 1, column number 2 is equal to -3. And then the number in row number 2, column number 2 is equal to 4. And we just multiply 4 multiplied by row number 1 and then -3 multiplied by row number 2. And the equation is equal to row 1 replace row 1 is equal to 4 row number 1 plus 3 row number 2. We only replace the first row, so for the second and third row, we just keep everything as the same before. Okay, 0, 4, 0 and 12. 0, 5, -1 and 16. And then for R1 using this formula. What is the formula? 4 times by row number 1. So times by 4 minus 3 times by row number 2. So 1 times by 4 is equal to 4 minus 0. So here should be 4. And then next, going to the second column. 4 times by row number 1. 4 times by 3 equal to -12. And then plus 3 times by row number 2 plus 12. So here is equal to 0. And then next, going to the third column. 4 times by 1 minus 0 times by number 3. So 1 times by 4 equal to 4 minus 0. So here is equal to 4. And then the rest, this one is equal to -12. Okay, we already finished obtain 0 for the first row. And then next, we are going to obtain 0 for row number 3. The formula is row number 3 R3 minus row number 2. Then the number in row number 3 is 5. The number in row number 2 is 4. Then multiply 4 by row number 3 and 5 multiply with row number 2. Cross multiply. So the formula is 4 row 3 minus 5 row number 2. Okay. 4, 0, 4, -12, 0, 4, 0, 12. And for row number 3, using this formula, 4 row number 3 minus 5 row number 2. So 4 times by 4 times by 5. 0 minus 0 should be 0. 5 times by 4. 4 times by 5 minus 0. And then next, this one is equal to -4. 4 times by -1 is equal to -4 minus 0. So the answer is -4. And here should be number 4. Okay. Now we are going to the last column, which is column number 3. To obtain 0 for the first row and obtain 0 for the second row. Since here is already 0, we just replace for the first row. By using formula, row 1 star, row 1 refer with row number 3. Since we are in the third column, we use row number 3 as our reference. Okay, look at the number. Row 1, the number in row number 1, column number 3 is equal to 4. The number in row number 3, column number 3 is equal to negative 4. So in order to get 0, you just add row 1 plus with row number 3. Okay. We only replace for the first row, and now for second and third row, just write it again. 0, 4, 0 and 12. 0, 0, negative 4 and 4. Row number 1, new formula, row 1 plus row number 3. So 4 plus 1, 4 plus 0, which is 4. 0 plus 0, 0. 4 plus negative 4, 0. Negative 12 plus 4 is equal to negative 8. And now we already have the diagonal matrix on the left side. To transform this diagonal matrix to the identity matrix with 1 in the leading diagonal, we just divide all the numbers in row number 1, multiply it by 1 over 4 row number 1. Row number 2 replace with multiply by 1 over 4 row number 2. And for the final, for the row number 3, replace with multiply by negative 1 over 4 row number 3. And we get 4 divided by 4, 1, 0, 0, negative 2, 0, 1, 0, 3. 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. 0, 0, 1 and negative 1. The numbers in the right side, negative 2, 3, negative 1, is the value for x, y and z. So as conclusion, x equal to negative 2, y are equal to 3, and z are equal to negative 1.